lefty? No.
Nah, my wife is lefty, so we'll see what the baby ends up being. I don't know.
Is she kind of ambidextrous though?
Ready?
She's hard left-handed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm kind of.
Doesn't mess around with it.
We'll talk about his wife.
Comedypipe.com. Go to the website. Click on the YouTube link. This is Pipedream on the Comedy Pipe Radio Network. Watch the show by clicking that link. The potentially most interactive comedy radio show on the planet. Show 230, April 26th of 2017. 26th already.
Year of our Lord 2017.
Really?
I don't know. Sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded good. Joe, did it sound good?
Hit show in USA.
What?
Yeah.
Made in the USA in Spanish.
Oh.
How do you say made?
Hecho.
Hecho?
Yeso de Paris. Sounds nice. This is plaster Paris.
And our returning guest, the one and only Nick Yost. How are you, sir?
All right, how's it going?
It is good. Do you know any Spanish?
I took it in school and I passed the test, so not really.
Not. I don't. Yeah, very little.
answer.
I have a 90-year-old woman next door that tries to talk to me on the regular, and I have no idea what the fuck she's saying.
That's el niño.
Yeah, that's about all.
Where's your baby?
Yeah.
She's like, where's your baby?
And
All I know is
go,
I'd ask where to go to the bathroom or
Yeah,
ask
a
for a beer
baño,
or something.
yeah,
Those are the only
no.
ones you retain.
I've
over
even
there.
tried going into Google and typing something in and trying to then say the words that I can't read back to her, and she just looks at me and goes, "Okay."
I feel like if I got
It's one.
stranded in Mexico, I might not die because I could basically communicate.
Yeah, no.
I can totally
I
ask
don't
for
know.
Yeah,
cheese.
no,
Queso.
Yeah.
Figure out where the library is.
Cerveza.
Right away.
Yeah, I got cerveza. I can point to my mouth. I can point to my junk. I can point to my ass.
Ah,
That's really all you need.
Martina.
Yeah.
Covers
Just got to watch which order you point to what in.
Yeah.
He wants the
Good call.
corn in there. I don't know. Weird, but all right. He gave us American money.
And if you love America, make sure to go check out our sponsor, Upstate Guns and Ammo.
America.
Check the website out, obviously. UpstateGunsandAmmo.com for all of your artillery needs, as well as silver bullets made by our own Joe Green.
Yes. They have silver bullets. They're for sale there.
Can we call them I can say
Sounds
I can
cool.
never say
Yeah, I mean pure silver. I do.
Adamantium?
Silversmith.
Adamantium.
That's
yeah.
cool.
adamantium.
Cool.
Yeah, I screwed
just
that up.
in
That's
case, just in case those werewolves show up. Just
Well, the nice thing about silver bullets is they work on everything.
But you want to save them
It's
for a
true.
special occasion like a werewolf. You're not just
Right.
going to go shooting someone with it.
But it is a pain in the. I mean, if you do shoot a werewolf, it's a pain in the ass because then they turn back into a person,
Well.
and then you have a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah.
Then you say, why else would I have shot him with a silver bullet?
Yeah, duh,
Right.
Case closed.
duh.
or if you want to shoot someone on a real special occasion, like your anniversary or something.
That was another thing
A
I
nice
thought too.
silver,
Yeah,
yeah.
like have a little fucking class.
It's our 50th silver anniversary, bitch.
Like if it's gonna happen, I'm gonna make it right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be classy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Upstate Guns and Ammo.
This isn't sterling silver at all. Yeah, I ain't fucking cheap.
It's $100 bullet.
999, idiot.
Can't get this at the Piercing Pagoda in the mall. Buddy.
Piercing pun tag.
There you go.
Piercing Pagoda.
Yeah.
I can't believe those are still around.
Oh, they give Hep C to everyone.
Just handing it out. Any kid who walks by.
Really, the second one's free? Sure.
He's a
I was surprised to see the opposite of what I would have thought and agreed with what you're saying, Joe. But somebody on Facebook said, like, and I really hate parents that use Facebook to get approval from other parents to allow their child to do something they probably shouldn't.
Like skydive?
Wait,
What do you mean?
You know, it's like, should I allow my
Skydiving baby would be
Yeah,
hilarious.
should I allow
I'm
my-
sorry, as long as they open the chute.
There's a guy.
Yeah.
No
There's a
harm.
guy online who photoshops pictures of his baby doing awful things
Oh, yeah.
just to rile people up online.
Yeah.
I like that guy already.
It's awesome.
but should I allow my 10-year-old to go to a sleepover with 4 other girls?
Is it a girl sleepover?
Yeah, and like there's so many questions that come out of that.
If
And
it's
then
a
everyone's
girl,
like,
then
it's
fuck
fine,
it.
he'll be fine.
Well, yeah, that's the
Other
if
fathers are going high five emojis and shit. And, you know.
it's a boy going to a girl's sleepover or a girl?
Boy.
Oh, he's gonna get eaten alive. Don't let him do that.
Yeah.
No,
So-
you're throwing him. That's the
But
Coliseum. That's the
it's-
Coliseum.
yeah,
They're gonna,
it's-
you know.
There's no way that can go well.
That was just an example.
I was gonna say
How
if it was a girl going to a girl's sleepover, yeah, sure, because all they're gonna do that night is decide which one to kick out.
Yeah.
Because girls are
usually-
mean like that.
They are fucking vicious, man.
This is middle school. We don't like you anymore. Oh.
Did you hear about what she said at the sleepover? She talked about fingering. That's so gross.
All we ask for on Facebook to our friends about our kids is, do you know a good face painter for a birthday party? You know, that's like, I don't
Ron Jeremy.
Call Ron. Right up.
He only has like
Why
one
did he
color,
bring
but-
glitter? Throws it on the face afterward.
Yeah. Dirty disco ball.
Yeah, it's,
Duh.
it's his trademark.
Who do you want to be, Abe Lincoln? Like, you could do that.
Some sicko asked for the Hitler.
At least,
God damn.
That's some good aim.
at least with people who know what the Abe Lincoln is, I've said that in the past before. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm not explaining this to you.
Work at work.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Abe Lincoln at what age? It's horrible. Go check out another podcast that may be horrible, but probably not. It is the fastest podcast on earth. His name is Dave Canyon. He's a truck driver. He's a husband, father, son, brother, friend, acquaintance, and possibly not your best neighbor.
Wow. That's quite a list.
He doesn't
is-
rake his yard.
It is kind of.
Thinks
He
highly
does have a
of-
lawnmower.
Does
I've
he,
seen it.
I think on a tiger or something that would make it.
No,
Because that would be cool for me. I don't have kids.
he could just be a dick.
He
Well,
could.
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah,
but I don't see Dave doing that.
being a dick.
Yeah, not to his neighbors.
No,
Not
Not
like
on purpose.
purposefully. Yeah, not on
Yeah.
purpose.
no, I can't see
Dave
that.
wouldn't do that because he's got the fastest podcast on earth, going to and from work in his Kia Rio LX 2008 model.
Nice.
Woo woo.
I could see if someone was a hack, he'd give him shit. Or a comedian. No, you're not.
Yeah, but his neighbor. We're talking about that was his
Getting
neighbor.
heckled from the fucking backyard next door to him. Like, I'm trying to mow my lawn. You suck.
What?
Go to dumbingitdownwithdave.com. Email him at dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com. The fastest podcast on earth, telling you how life ought to be. That's been Mike.
Good fences.
Dave Canyon, everybody.
Yeah. That was a nice
Nick's
awkward
like, I have
teaser.
no idea who Dave Canyon
I was like
is.
expecting to hear him talk or something. Like,
Yeah, no.
here he is.
I'm surprised my phone isn't blowing up with his text right now, but his son has been chewing up all of his cellular data
Oh, shit.
and not
man.
paying the extra that he's supposed
Kid's
to.
watching too much porn on his phone.
Probably. That's what I keep telling him. Like, you got to get that shit in check.
How old's the
Block
kid?
I'm going to say he's 15.
Low.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say it was
we're
weird.
all-
If you were going to say under 10 or 12, I was going to be like, he's jerking off.
Maybe a little bit older. But he's not a child.
Time to,
What about Wi-Fi? Does he use the Wi-Fi that you don't
He's
eat
never
up your
home.
data when
He's
you-
never
when you're-
home. So
Oh.
that's the problem.
It's time for an
I'm
unlimited
assuming.
plan.
I'm assuming, or he's just being ignorant and not remembering to turn the Wi-Fi back on.
Yeah, that high def Pornhub, man, that'll chew it up.
Yeah.
Real quick.
No,
So, yeah, it's no joke.
no, I think he wants to punch his kid. I think he's getting very frustrated with it. We have a new father in the house.
Oh.
Nick Yost, how old is your
Oh,
child?
you just scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Joe Green, you're the father.
Oh my god.
Oh,
We got
no.
Maury on the
Oh, which
line.
one of
Don't
us is
fuck with me.
pregnant?
Maury, how are you? Joe Green.
Yeah, word. My little baby boy, he turns 4 weeks tonight.
What's a boy?
Yeah, baby
Oh.
guy.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, it's always chest up. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, you never really know. You got little
So-
babies running around topless. Yeah.
Okay, it's a boy.
Disgusting.
It's a boy.
It's
I gotta ask. It's new dad. Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
all right, he's
I mean,
swinging. He's swinging.
My,
He
did not
he
get
got
that
his
from
mom's
me.
cock. Yeah.
Exactly. Did not get that from me. I was like, all right. At least I just blessed the Yost family bloodline for a few generations. Thank you, Grandpa. Yeah.
Do you hate your kid
Crazy.
yet?
No, I don't at all. I love every moment I get with them. But
Wait for it.
yeah,
Wait
that's
for
what
it.
I'm hearing stories. I'm
Yeah,
like, I better
no,
enjoy this while I
it's-
can. But
I and I don't want to scare you, but due to the stress of having a newborn, I ended up having about a 6-month migraine.
oh yeah.
Just from stress. So
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm running on very little
Yeah.
sleep right now, and
my best sleep I got in the first, like, I don't know, probably 4 months was I'm assuming you have some type of like swing.
yeah,
Okay, so you it's the middle of the night and you kid won't sleep. You put him in this thing but then it wants to grab your finger.
oh
and
yeah,
won't let go.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So the best sleep I was getting was I'd be sitting hunched over with basically my head on my knees with my finger clenched by this baby with super baby grip, and my arm would swing back and forth with it. I would fall asleep and muscle memory would kick in. And my arm would, like, I'd wake up I'm like, why the fuck does my arm hurt? And I'm still like, I'm awake, but I'm still doing it. The baby still hasn't let
Oh,
go.
you got to put that on your dick. The way you're swinging it like that, just move it over a foot.
No, there
Muscle
was
memory, just
no,
automatic.
no energy.
It's super stranger because you do it while you're sleeping.
The stranger.
So why is your tummy wet?
I call that the burglar.
Yeah.
While I was sleeping,
Yeah,
I didn't even wake up.
I can't say I've ever
Left a mess
tried
everywhere.
the stranger, or I mean, what the stranger, you're like supposed to sit on your hand
Yeah.
until it goes numb.
Your hand
or-
goes numb. I don't even
Yeah.
know how you can do
Okay,
that.
that's unless you're extremely obese, I mean, it's just not happened. Now I have.
But have you
had-
ever tried to do anything when like your hand or arm falls asleep? You're not jerking off.
Oh,
with a
you know,
sleeping
nothing,
hand.
nothing.
Come on.
It only
I-
lasts for a few seconds.
I-
like how excited I
That's
am.
true.
scared the shit
And then
out
the
of myself.
tingles will set in, like the sleep, you know.
Like, as soon as I feel, oh shit.
Years ago,
Pins and
I
needles, pins and
I
needles.
scared myself almost to like a heart attack. I fell asleep on the couch with my arm behind my head, and the arm behind my head was up against the back of the couch. Okay. Fell asleep. Room went pitch black. No lights on whatsoever. I wake up in the middle of the night because I got to pee. Try to position myself to get up and realize I can't. Like, I physically have one arm and nothing on the other side. There's nothing. So my good hand, I'm like, okay, I can't see it. Pitch black, can't see it.
What are you in a cave?
Yeah, I was in a back room at my mother's old house, and there was heavy curtains on. So yeah, it was door closed, pitch black. I know my hand's there. Okay, I've touched my face. Okay, what the fuck is going on with the other side of me?
You can't feel the head on your arm?
So I reach over with my left hand to my right arm.
Yeah.
And can't find it. My right arm is not there at all because it's behind my head.
You
Oh,
positionally asphyxiated your arm.
Yes. I'll tell you the other time I positionally fixed myself on going to an open mic. Reach over, and all I'm feeling is my armpit. So I literally think at this point in I'm barely awake. Something's not right. My arm is gone, like gone. I
What a
can't.
neat
Just don't
sensation.
Yeah, dude, I can't.
That's gotta
I
be
can't move it. I can't feel it. What the fuck is going on? So I think at that point, I kind of rolled myself off the couch because I really couldn't, the way I was with my hand, I couldn't push myself. So I just kind of rolled off.
You had to pee righty.
Well, I almost like broke my arm because it was just momentum. Like I rolled off and my arm just kind of went straight onto the floor, and I still didn't feel it, but I heard it. and was like, what the fuck was that?
Wow.
Reach over, and I'm panicking at this point. I'm not awake. And my I positionally asphyxiated my entire
like-
fucking arm.
That's a mouthful.
There's
Yeah.
different kinds of asphyxiation. There's the positional, and then there's the autoerotic.
Then all the other types.
Boy, that's an
Yeah, manual.
Get rid of that. Get right in that mic, Nick.
Oh, we're
Other types of
hi.
Hi.
losing air to the brain.
So yeah,
It's all the same.
the other
Sounds
time
like sensory deprivation or something like that. you know?
I went through.
Oh no, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I went
I
through.
kind of want to try that.
I'll be more than happy to put you through that.
No,
I'm scared. I don't know. I'll lose
Without-
my mind.
I went basically to that point of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Jerking off while you're passing out.
Yeah, without the
That's
without,
weird,
without the
'cause-
jerking off,
Yeah.
It's so
but without the jerking off. part.
Well, then that
Yeah.
takes out the autoerotic.
Just
Okay,
for
just
fun.
no erotic. So I was in a car with 3 other comics coming back from
Oh, you poor bastard.
Utica in the front seat, fell asleep, woke up mentally, physically retarded. Woke up physically.
athletic. We say athletic.
I woke up athletic. It was like I was having a stroke, or if you've seen someone who is physically handicapped, their hands are kind of crooked a certain way. There's certain telltale signs. This thumb through the.
Real quick,
I couldn't move.
the
anything.
athletic
Yeah.
reference. The real quick backstory is someone the wife used to work for the Special Olympics, and she was saying how work was bad one day, and she was saying, "Oh my God, I'm on the phone with this athlete, and he just wasn't understanding. He just wasn't getting it. He wasn't getting it at all." And then I asked her, I was like, "Where do you work?" She's at the Special Olympics, and I was like, "Oh my God, athlete! He just didn't follow directions."
Just copy and paste. You know?
I was like, "Thank you." So,
But I woke up
athletic.
and I was supposed to be dropped off at my car,
Especially
so I could drive the additional 20 minutes home, save people time. I could barely talk. My brain was good. I was cognitive, but I couldn't form a complete. No, I was gonna say I couldn't form a complete sentence. I couldn't form a complete
Like
recognizable sound.
now, like now.
Kind of, yeah. these are words. I was just basically I was
demonstration.
just grunting. While my hands were all just locked in place. All I got out of my mouth was home. Home. I looked at the driver, dead square in the eye, and went, home. Sorry, it was more like home. It was like I was stroking out.
Did you have a blood clot or something?
I finally started getting some motion back. I then sat up. I took a drink of water, and I wasn't normal. I wasn't normal
Ever
enough
again.
to drive. To drive. Yeah. No, I figured it out. I figured out what the fuck happened, because after that, once I kind of came to, there was some asshole at the bar. Like, he was heckling at everybody. He was he went up on stage and just absolutely just sucked. Like, he was just a drunk fuck that was just shitting on anybody else that went up on stage. And I ripped it into him on stage, off stage. Vernon Payne almost punched him in the mouth a couple times. It was sort of like, did this guy fucking mick our drinks? Because nobody, like, if
you're cripping out, like they said, like
Yeah.
the lobster
Yeah.
claw hands and shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Did
like
he-
you're like, I had double stroke on the way home. Holy
yeah,
shit!
like, did he mick my drink?
Yeah.
Because I kind of ripped into him the most, other than Vern, literally saying, I'm going to fucking punch you in the mouth. I'm pretty sure was the quote.
You should have had that nail polish. It changes colors. What is it called?
Yeah. Whatever.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Cosby.
Maybe it's Cosby.
I don't know.
It's
But no,
kind of your fault at this point.
Well,
Absolutely.
my drink was not mixed.
You should have put a napkin over it.
I did not get roofied. Yeah,
I've
these
heard
are all the
that.
things I'm thinking.
I've heard that. Like I put a
shit.
napkin over it. That way nobody will mess with it.
No.
I'm like, really? The napkin of the bulletproof vest of
No.
roofies. Like, seriously.
Like, I went so
This is
far.
I
where-
could never
bring
move
roofie.
this napkin.
This is where the
To the point
asphyxiation.
where I'm about to put it in, and napkin. Oh shit.
This is where the asphyxiation part comes in. My drink was not roofied. I did not get Cosby'd, whatever we're gonna call it. I got seatbelted. The seatbelt crossed my carotid artery, and I fell asleep with my neck.
That's what happened to Bon Scott, the original lead singer of AC/DC.
Is it really?
Positional asphyxiation in his car. Yep, he pinched it off. He fell asleep drunk, and he died.
Yeah.
In his sleep.
I wasn't drunk, so
just tired.
yes.
How
So
about
I woke up just physically retarded.
Huh.
I don't know how else to describe that easily. Yeah, but okay. I woke up athletic.
Or you can be like, I woke up totally community college. You know, something gentle.
I don't know. There's something about saying I woke up physically handicapped that's not descriptive enough. Like it's too vague, but if you kind of
No, retarded nails it. I'm just giving you shit.
no.
You know me. I'm
I'm
not
not trying to use
PC.
it derogatory. I'm trying to use it descriptively.
Yeah. Oh, nailed it.
Crappy comedians ruin the word for
I
everybody.
know.
Right?
So it's like I can't. I gotta state my. What's in the book, Joe?
New kid.
Yeah. It's
This
all
is- we're
on the block.
Yeah. If you, I love my child.
Quit lying.
I fucking hate my child. Okay, that's how.
It's kind of a dichotomy.
Yeah,
sorts.
it's unless you have like the golden child,
Which
you will.
He's getting fussy. He's on the night shift and it's driving us crazy. He
I
sleeps
mean,
all day.
Yeah,
He's just like up all night. And
Those
come on.
are things that are really out of your control,
Yeah.
their control. It is what it is.
Yeah.
When your kid gets smart enough to fuck with you and knows they're
Yeah.
fucking with you, and then laughs at you because he knows he's fucking with you, and all you want to do is smack the shit out of him so he won't fuck with you, which is what my dad did, and damn, that worked.
Right.
You can't,
Yeah.
and you shouldn't,
Never gonna happen.
but you want to. And I'm telling you, wanting to is okay.
It's normal.
It's
right?
okay.
We want to do a lot of
We are good
things.
people because we don't.
And the cool part is because the kid's packing.
true.
Naked time. It's like the other adults are gonna see that and be like, "Fuck," and you can be like, "Yep."
At some point, he's gonna recognize that like he's way better off than I am, and like I'm not even be able to talk to him. He's like,
Daddy, why do you shower in your boxers?
Yeah.
Shut up.
You'll never know."
Dad, I figured it out when I was 3. Okay.
I have eyes. No.
I don't know how to like get him to, I heard things like, get advice from like a grandma, like, oh, just put some whiskey and like, oh yeah, right.
Benadryl-
That's a good idea.
Benadryl's
Whiskey the
okay.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you go work for your uncle and it's like, he's in jail.
Benadryl's okay. There's nothing wrong if you must sleep. Must beyond a need. You must.
I like
you'll
dogs.
Know. You'll know.
I gotta go out.
A little bit of Benadryl not gonna hurt a thing. Nap time is needed
to, like,
for mom and dad.
justify it to yourself. Oh, it looks like he's got a rash or something.
No, you get
allergies or something.
you get to the point pretty easy. I need to fucking sleep. Night night.
Mix it with whiskey and then hand him a guitar.
There you go.
See what happens.
Yeah, it's intense. It's all happening really quick. You hear like, it's this like great experience and like, changes everything. And like, it kind of does, but like, I feel like I'm not stopping and contemplating all of it. It just fucking happens. And then you get up and like, change a diaper and you're like, I didn't realize how I just didn't know anything about taking care of a baby until
Amazing,
I had one.
isn't it?
I was like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah, I should have read that book my wife gave me. Fuck. What to expect when you're expecting. Fuck. I didn't read it.
so we even took like a class and they give you a little baby doll and it's like, you get the real one. It's like, oh, this is not the same at all.
Yeah,
What do you do?
no, it is not. And for like the first
The penis wasn't even close to scale.
it,
This isn't realistic.
it was weird for me because like for the first like 2 years he was born, my wife stayed home.
Yeah.
So I became the overprotective parent. And like he's doing
He
backflips.
would yell at other drivers when the baby seat was empty.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel that now too. I'm just every time I get someone tailgating, I just want them to know like this isn't about fucking you and me anymore.
Yeah,
There's another element to this now. So
those are the only people I try not to get angry at.
Yeah,
if they have the baby on board,
right.
I give them the benefit of the doubt. If there is no baby on board, I better see that motherfucker's hands swinging in the back seat. I better see something because
you ever seen a baby on board, but the driver's smoking?
Yes, quite frequently.
I don't want you to endanger my child.
We're in Schenectady, Joe.
Yeah. No, I watched a woman outside on her front porch coming up Broadway yesterday. Finished like the last drag of a cigarette. Child standing at her. The woman flicks the cigarette over the side of the porch and walks away, and the kid just like went to the edge of the porch and just followed it down because they were up like a half a story and just watched it fall. I'm like, no, I don't want my kids seeing that.
Right.
That's so minor, and I don't want my kid watching my cigarette butt fall to the pit of other cigarette butts that must be where they go. It's
just part of nature.
Yeah.
Schenectady race kid.
A metaphor for Sparta. This is what we do with things when we're done with them.
The kid just followed it down. It was weird.
Yeah, it changed everything for us. I mean, we moved out of Schenectady. We were down in the stockade. Loved it down there.
Yeah,
but as soon as we found out she was pregnant, like I heard my neighbors like in the street shouting at each other or some shit.
You can't go to school here.
Like our neighbor's house caught on fire. I was like, yeah, we're gonna move.
Houses that touch.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly. His house is like that far away.
Yeah. I never really understood.
Yeah.
We need what's it called? An easement. It'd be wonderful. Just new money.
Like shimmy down the alleyway between our houses, Their house fucking caught on fire. And I was like, how did we make it out of this one?
I had a crackhead burn my apartment down. That was not fun.
They're so reliable.
Yes. Yeah. I was trying to get her evicted. And everyone kept asking me why you want to get her evicted. I keep saying she's going to burn the fucking place down. Said it the day before it happened.
How did it happen? She
fell asleep either smoking crack or prepping heroin, one of the two. It was with a
heroin.
Flame.
You don't sleep on crack.
Fair enough. I can't.
Trust me.
God, all this crack makes me nappy.
Yeah. I just know you can prep crack with a spoon and lighter, right? You do crack spoon and lighter. Yeah, but you can't.
What the fuck should I know? Why are you looking at me?
I'm not looking at you. I'm asking. We've all seen movies.
Yeah, I only know what I've seen on The Wire.
Yeah. See, that's kind of where I'm asking. How do you do your crack? Oh, I don't use a fucking spoon.
Apparently you cook it and then Don Cheadle shows up.
I know however Richard Pryor did it, don't do it that way.
You all get an Emmy and we go home.
Richard Pryor, I think he was free. No, he poured gas on himself or something.
He lit himself on fire doing freebase. That's the same as crack, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but the lighting himself on fire, that was extenuating circumstance.
Fire.
That was
oh, that's great.
No,
little Carlin.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder what state of mind Carlin was.
Light yourself on fire. Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
They're both.
Crack is bad, I guess. So.
That's the moral of the story. Really.
Yeah. Don't do it.
I don't know, but don't do it. But
but
there is a but. How many people, and this is sad, have you heard of dying from crack?
Personally, none.
And
I mean, like eventually.
But dying of using crack at that moment. And then you ask the opposite question.
That was
a similar question. How many people have you know that have died from heroin?
A few.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's, I mean, at one point, crack is whack. Crack is whack. But still, it's like, how many people you know smoke weed? None. No one. I don't even think I know anybody that's gone to the hospital. Had to call their primary doctor the next day.
Maybe coughed until they almost puked, but that's about as bad as
absolutely.
You can get that. You can get that from a bad date.
I've heard that. But
Happen to anybody.
so crack is whack, but crack ain't nothing. Like I don't know of anybody that has died from meth. You don't hear that.
That's because we don't live in the Southwest.
But, but you don't hear it. You know, it's not.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that huge of an
But
issue
heroin's like,
compared to out there.
it's like every fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, that's the problem. Right?
Because that's what I want to rely on for my life or
fuck
death
that. If somebody's like, "You want
experience.
to try heroin?" I'm just gonna think of all the people and a bunch that they've met. I'm just gonna be like, tombstones.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm just gonna have a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
heinies, chill.
Yeah. My life insurance is checked 50-50. Let's go.
No.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
I'm from a
not-
town called Averill Park, which is another one of these small towns where,
It's getting ravaged.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
It's the small towns. It's the
Yeah.
big towns. I mean, freaking
I don't think-
Shenandoah is just like,
Really it's scary,
they
man.
just hide it well.
Like every place is becoming train spotting. What the fuck?
I did hear
Across the board.
Yeah.
There is a sequel, yeah.
it is out.
I believe so.
Oh,
I
really?
did
They
see that.
lived through the first one.
I think it came and went.
Yeah,
The
it
The
didn't
one who
really
had
get any
AIDS in the
buzz.
'80s and the rest of the heroin addicts, they're gonna do it again. Electric Boogaloo.
I'm
What
gonna-
are they gonna call it?
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in the toilet again. Let's go deep sea diving in the toilet.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, remember Breaking 2, Electric
Mhm.
Boogaloo? Oh man, fucking that movie sucked.
It did.
The first one stuck to the, that was good.
My God. That's
Turbo, really? Your name is Turbo because I can move quick. Shut up.
Made sense. It's in the book.
Yes, Tesla had game.
He's a big pimp.
Nikola Tesla.
You think Tesla was a
swinging dick.
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was the man.
Love the ladies and electricity.
Hmm.
Definitely.
Look at this. I made the first dildo, electric, wireless dildo.
Yeah, it had a remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
made
a
the
Craftmatic
first Hitachi?
adjustable twat. Yeah.
First Hitachi.
What? Yeah. It's one of it looks like the fucking back massager, only it's not.
Oh, the Hitachi?
Yeah.
Oh, the thing you can hook up to a fucking car battery.
Okay.
Yeah, I got friends in the Marines, man. They're crazy.
I am not aware
It
of.
sparks if you use it wrong. Like, oh shit.
No, they could like stun.
It's kind of like that thing they used on Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon 1 just to electrocute him.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the Hitachi wands.
you got real horny.
Yeah, Google it, and your computer's gonna get a virus for sure.
Oh, I'm not googling it at all.
Yeah, Tesla could have accomplished so much more if he didn't just like focus on
Yeah.
the dildos, He like really went off on a tangent. You never
He was
really
ahead-
saw him
He
again.
was ahead of his time. Now, if he could only predicted VHS and beta,
Yeah.
he fucking
He did resonant frequency where you could take it down a building with a little weight, stuff like that. He was fucking brilliant. Yeah, and he got stolen from like crazy,
Mhm.
but he gave it away also. So as it shouldn't say he really got stolen, but
he was a good
you know,
philanthropist.
when he was in the
Yeah.
park feeding his pigeons, somebody like Edison could have come in like, "Hey, I got this Easy Pass or whatever they had, help me out a little bit." Ah, fuck him. Like, didn't take him under his wing or anything. Invite him to a pool party. It's like, you invented all this cool shit, radio control, all this other stuff. I think he gave Edison the key to inventing the light bulb because he got tired of seeing him fail. Just leaned into his lab and said, "Put it in a vacuum, you fucking moron."
You've been like slipping him hints for weeks and he didn't
Yeah.
pick up
Yeah.
on it. Like,
Jeez, the air's thin in here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like
Something.
you're under a lot of pressure? Because you shouldn't. Wink.
Remove, de-stress.
The sun doesn't burn out because it's in a vacuum.
Oh, man.
I don't know if they knew that back then.
They should have.
Yeah. Oh, they should have.
Yeah,
but
they should have.
I don't know that they quite knew.
Yeah, I'm
What
trying to think of what the sort of
timeline-
paradigm was
Yeah,
at
the
that
timeline.
moment. I think we kind of knew space at that point.
Did
We didn't know like
Yeah.
like Einstein space, but we
But we
could tell
didn't-
you where the planets were going.
But-
in
but to know it was a
accurate
vacuum?
representation. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. Good try, Joe. We're debunking you right now in your
Oh, I
one
mean, it
made up
is.
analogy that possibly are not possibly happened.
I think he may have deduced it. He was smart.
No, just the sun part.
Yeah, like he deduced it. He was like, because he had a way to spread energy. It was electricity wirelessly around the world. Like if he was a villain.
So where is it, Joe?
He would be
Where's
unstoppable.
our wireless electricity?
Yeah.
We have to dig him up.
We're pretty close with cell phone signal. That's in theory a very
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah, other things they can charge wirelessly. Like you can put him next
Yeah,
to
no,
something and they charge.
Yeah, you can start to get that.
Yeah, but that's
If you did like super high power, the same thing you do for your cell phone data, you could pretty much.
well,
get
he's
electricity out
talking
of
about
it.
cell phone signal.
Yeah.
But once
The
you get up
RF
to a certain
airwaves.
frequency, then you just start to melt your brain. What you're talking about is the no cable charging.
No. Being able to turn on your TV. Electricity going around the atmosphere where you need it.
Right.
Being
Yeah.
harnessed and like you can turn on your
electricity.
Yeah,
TV. Yeah, Wi-Fi and electricity.
yeah.
And he had, I think he had a way to do that. He said it was possible. I think he was working on it.
But
Yeah.
I don't think he
Something
understands.
that works in theory.
I don't think he understands what happens when your brain goes through that field.
Right.
and you just get scrambled from the inside out because 12 volts is 12 volts. It's if you stick your tongue on a 12-volt plug, that's 12 volts.
Don't do that.
Okay.
You know.
Who's put their tongue in a 9-volt battery?
Yo.
Who
I've been tased and struck by lightning.
Yeah, but who wants
I tell you, it's
who wants to feel
Wait, you've been
more
struck by
changes.
lightning?
who wants
Yeah.
to
Really?
tased?
Like a real lightning bolt.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so I was
crazy.
17. I was
yeah.
standing on the front porch and the storm was almost over Altamont. It was
He's
almost
been
gone.
drowned, hit by lightning, tased, shot, stabbed.
It was a ricochet, but yeah.
You had so many chances to get out of here, you know?
I know. That's one of the things. Like, it's like somebody said to me, like, "Oh man, you're so lucky. You should play the lottery." I'm like, "Nah, I'd get a paper cut, fucking staph infection. Like that's how my luck would run
I
out." You
already
know?
won the.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
That's
think
what people are like. Why are you so quiet? 'Cause
I almost died
Just
too many
waiting.
times, yeah.
Something's about to happen. That's
my
crazy.
head's on a swivel.
You almost died. I told my story of I almost died. And Joe's
Yeah,
like,
but
got
a
me quadrupled.
few experiences, you know. Flipped a car.
You had a bad
You flipped the car.
experience.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that
Flipping a
fun?
car.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Did you bang your neck up?
Not really. I kind of made it out without a scratch, but I was like on a road out to Massachusetts because I was working at Jiminy Peak, right? And it was a snowstorm. I was driving this Buick, like
Sober.
a huge, totally. First thing in the morning, going to work, and I just started sliding off this super narrow, windy road, and there weren't any guardrails, and I just like flipped over off the side of the fucking road, landed upside down on like a bunch of trees that somehow suspended me safely, and I was like hanging there upside down with my seatbelt on, and just like pissed.
Angry.
Like I had a coffee and it just spilled out all over me. Like that was my worst injury. Was I think I burnt my arm with coffee. You know.
That's exactly what you do too in a car accident. You take that quick assessment. You're like,
Oh yeah.
all right, I'm okay.
Fuck. Yeah, like at all this time while I'm slipping, like, oh, this is turning into a thing.
Sorry about yelling.
I'm gonna have to deal with this soon. Yeah. Stuff like that.
You sit there like an angry race driver, just upside down in your straps. Just, wait a minute. This is really embarrassing.
That did get me on one of the topics we had discussed in the green room that I don't know was written down.
Oh,
But if anybody has seen the movie Logan,
Yes.
It is-
Logan is on the
it
list.
is filled with curse words.
how many times did Logan curse in Logan?
Gonna see Logan, Kids in Mind. Yeah, no, all the way. Logan earns R rating. Yeah, it did. All right, let's just
Like
try.
Wolverine was like my favorite for some period of time growing up, you know, like
How could he not be? He's the man.
he was. Everybody would like fight over like whose turn is it to pretend to be Wolverine
Oh,
today?
yeah.
You know? We can't both do it.
I don't want to be close.
Like it just would be unrealistic at that point.
I love the topics here. Is Logan okay for kids? I'm gonna say
Yes.
Right after Deadpool and everything.
as long as they're older than 3 weeks, just so your kid can see it if you want. Yeah, absolutely, it's great.
How awesome was Deadpool though?
Yeah,
Come on.
that was good. I was kind of surprised. I thought Ryan Reynolds. I guess that's the
I
funniest
wasn't-
thing I've seen him do.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything good going into that.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that was.
I think one of my favorite parts of that movie is where he's laying next to his blind roommate there.
With the little hand.
And with the
Oh yeah.
said something like, "Let me the fucked up as shit." Oh, that's a tiny fucking hand. And I lost
It's
my
about the
shit.
size of a KFC store.
I just lost my shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I just can't
It's
imagine the
hilarious.
parents that were like, "Yeah, you can watch that." It's like you just don't pay attention to anything that
No.
happens, or
Nothing.
it was like I think it was like a family thing. We had like pay-per-view, whatever movies, order on demand movies. And I think it was my dad who was like ordered Sausage Party. He was like, "That looks funny." They got like 3 little kids. And I was like, "No, Dad, no. And he like went through with it. He was like, "No, we're watching this." And I was like telling like the other people, "Get the kids out of here."
Yeah.
Like, really, this isn't cute. It's not just
My-
like, oh, they swear a few times.
My
It's
mother
like, no.
informed me that she was going to see Sausage Party in the theater and went
Don't
with
do
one of
it.
her best friends
Don't
and
do it.
came out pleased.
Oh, really?
Pleased. She's like, "I didn't know
Uh,
what to expect." And my mom's kind of conservative.
It would have been a funny like 30-minute episode of something. I think
But-
it's
but
like
she
it's
walked
been
away
the
with
same
it. She's
joke
like,
for the
"No."
last 2 hours.
Yeah, she's like, "That movie was so dirty. Just innuendo, not innuendo."
I went home and shaved my pubes to get rid of the lice.
But then she goes, but at the end of
Caught
it,
something.
there was a good moral.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of.
And I'm
What-
like,
That's why-
still not having seen it. I
Be
was
careful
like,
where
wow.
you put your sausage.
Wow, Mom.
Pretty
What was
much.
what was the moral at
Well,
the end of the movie?
It, like
I
it was
didn't-
don't know.
super highly rated. I remember I didn't see it, and then like we watched it that moment, and it was super like good reviews, Rotten Tomato, whatever, and people were like, "Oh, it's thought provoking. It brings up a," and then you listen to it, and it's just like this is like high school stoner, like I don't think religion's real, man. Like, oh man, you guys got deep on this one, you know? Jeez.
Choke on a chicken bone, man. See how shit works out for you. It changes.
I cannot find how many times Logan swears.
No.
Let's
just say a lot.
a lot. Unbelievably a lot. Unbelievably.
Almost kind of ruins that image of like who he was, you know? I don't
Well-
remember if he sweared like that in the comic books or anything. did he?
because they couldn't. It was a comic
Yeah.
book, but the badass Wolverine.
It was always
You don't think
implied that he was cursing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Realistically, like if
Yeah.
this was actually happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's
If that
cursing
makes
a
sense.
lot when he gets into a car accident, and did in the movie.
Yeah. Sure did.
Motherfucker.
Does it have a British accent?
Patrick Stewart does.
All right.
Patrick Stewart does, yes.
Right,
And
you're
the,
saying
and the,
he
the-
swears in
yes,
that movie,
yes,
right?
and one
I
of
want to
the,
hear
one of the
that.
best words to hear in a British or Australian accent is cunt.
Agreed.
Of course.
Oh, this cunt.
They use it like a comma. I love it.
Oh, it's like the.
Yeah. It's good.
Cut you in the morning.
God, my lord, this cunt's on my boot.
I do really like the way they curse. Like English people, I don't know. Just to me,
It's
the
a
way-
little bit more eloquent.
The way it
It's a
sounds when they curse, I'm like, oh, this sounds great. I wish I had that.
It's like controlled
Yeah,
gibberish.
wanker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're
You
very
can't get
good.
away with calling somebody a wanker around here.
Nah.
It just when I say around here, in the States,
Right.
let's
States.
Yanks.
Yeah, we get kind of lazy with it. We're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Just blurt it out.
Bloody wanker.
Like a sneeze. Just
Yeah.
fuck you.
Ugh.
Yeah, we are kind of lazy.
Exactly.
about it.
That's all.
I heard when I
Goodness.
was out on the lake, some lady was, and it was her and her husband, whatever. We were smarting off to each other, and I was like, "Have a nice day," so you twat, because they were British. So I said twat, like twat, like twat, and she's like, "Go piss up a rope." And I was like, "I love it. I fucking love it."
My search I found today that I sent you guys.
Yeah, what was that one again?
What is the meaning of twat waffle? That was searched.
You should have let that one through.
Shouldn't.
It's
Should.
I don't have any. I don't know if it went through or not.
Hmm.
That's not the report I was looking at.
Oh.
The report I was looking at was just called the suspicious search query.
Oh, okay.
So it's just
just searches to keep an eye on.
Twat must be in the list of keywords because
I
I
would
can't
imagine
imagine
it
waffle is. So yeah, what is the meaning of twat waffle?
Did you look it up? I never did.
No, I didn't look it up.
I'm not going to Google it.
Yeah. I've seen enough on the
Do it
internet.
from your computer.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Twat waffle. Similar to blue waffle, just not as blue in color.
I can't believe my phone hasn't died of AIDS yet. The shit that's on here.
That's a great point.
Right.
Here's a Ukrainian guy with an ass.
So what do you say?
Never-
What do you got? Like the Magic Johnson of cell phones over there?
Hey, he's better.
He made it.
He owns Waffle Houses and Rent-A-Center. Leave him alone.
And movie theaters.
I'm not sure about the Waffle
And the
Houses.
Dodgers.
and all of
Speaking
the
of
Dodgers.
Yeah,
All
there was
of
an
them.
auction or something like that for them.
Yeah, he's part of the owners of them now.
There was like an auction though,
I think so, yeah.
like put in your bid, and
I don't follow baseball that closely, but I think
nobody really
you're
does
right.
anymore.
No, baseball fucking stinks.
Yeah, the Yankees suck, so now nobody follows anymore. Not true. But
It's weird.
The
It's
Yankees
like
still suck, just the other part.
160 games in a season or something.
more than
It's
that,
like-
no.
182.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like you can watch your team lose and it didn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna
That is the
matter
one
till,
thing.
like, game
That's a
100.
good point. Like football's
I
got to
agree,
figure
football,
it out.
yeah.
Football's got to figure it out. 'Cause it's
18
like,
games.
every
16,
game, you
16
know?
games, yeah.
well, not just that. It's baseball has to. They have to understand. Like if I give one piece of advice to baseball is like, yo, people work.
Yeah.
So you got to
Oh my
make it a
God.
little
9
specialer. You
innings,
know? Yeah, they're during the daytime on a
Way
fucking
longer.
Monday.
Right,
They're on a
You can't
plane.
watch your half of your team's game. Or
They're on a
probably
plane
more than
like
that.
once a week. That's
Dangerous.
for 160
Statistically.
games. That's
Yeah.
work.
Right. You do rack up the stats or whatever.
Yeah,
but
your freaking
that's-
miles. Your points are got to be all.
I think that should go to the team. Fuck them.
Thank you for
The
flying
team
Thurman
miles.
Munson
Yeah.
Airlines. The runway is short today
The Munson's, man.
because he crashed off the end of the runway.
We got it.
See, here in Munson, that just brings me back to Logan.
What?
The guy's name was Will Munson.
Was it?
The family.
Oh, yeah.
The Munsons, that was the same thing in Kingpin with
Well, yeah, of course.
Woody
you
Harrelson.
got Munson.
You got Munson. Yeah, I love
That's
that movie.
instantly way. Well, if
Bill
you-
Murray.
I don't want to ruin anything, but the family got Munson.
They sure did.
They
He's
got
a
super Munson.
Munson.
I'm trying. I know Joe doesn't care, but I think Nick absolutely wants to watch this movie, and I'm trying not to ruin it for him.
I don't know. I'm gathering a lot of information.
I
pretty much ruined all.
I will give you. I will give you means to watch it while you are rocking your child to sleep. If you want to use headphones, to not hear your child hear the word "fucking motherfucker" every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Kid's only, what, 4
I was-
weeks old?
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
I'll have classical music on in the background, so they'll
Yeah.
kind of balance each other out.
A
you know?
vagina that is so shriveled up that it looks like a defrosted waffle.
Do we have pictures? Come
That
on.
is it. Okay,
Yeah.
I will
That
go
is
to
an awesome-
images.
yeah, now I
That
gotta
was
know.
Urban Dictionary, of
That
course.
is
That's
a
not in
fantastic-
Webster's yet.
That was a fantastic description of what a twat waffle was.
Still official.
It's like one of those things you go to Google and they're like, no, let's just go straight to Urban Dictionary.
You know how many times I get asked by higher level school administrators if they can unblock Urban Dictionary.
That's a great idea.
Well, just for them because they want to know
Oh.
what the child
Yeah.
just screamed at them.
It's probably a good resource for teachers.
You're a
to
blue
have.
motherfucking waffle. What the fuck is a blue waffle?
Doesn't even sound that bad.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
fantastic. A
Shut up,
blueberry-
Rusty Fountain.
It's that bad.
Yeah. What's a dirty disco ball?
Uh,
Fuck.
I don't think that's made it out there quite yet.
No, it should have though.
I know.
I've used it a few times on stage. Give
Have
me
you?
credit. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Oh yeah.
proud. I'm
Like
so
gross,
proud of
gross sex stuff. How they have all gross sex stuff has cute names. You know, like except for Dirty Sanchez, there's the word "dirty" in it, but it's like, oh, a Cleveland
Yeah.
steamer. It sounds like like maybe it's an eclair.
I'm really
No.
proud of the dirty disco ball.
Yeah.
That is a.
it sounds like fun.
It's a little star.
You come on her face and then you throw glitter on it.
All right. You look at the walls and you got like the shining lights
Sure,
everywhere,
yeah.
the reflection.
very similar to the Rip Torn.
Or candlelight. if
it's
you're being
just
romantic.
coarse. Yeah, the glitter's coarser with the Rip Torn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a bucket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Confetti.
Very similar. Not the same though. Don't be confused.
It'd just be really embarrassing if she found the bag of glitter like on her way. Like, oh, don't forget about that.
Beforehand, yeah.
But if
You're
you're
gonna rip torn me, you
pocket.
sick motherfucker.
yeah.
No,
I only do the
no.
dirty disco ball. You should, if you were paying attention and looking at me while I was talking,
You said
you'd
anal.
know
You
that.
didn't say you were kinky.
Why do you think strippers have glitter all over their chest?
I don't know.
Nick gets it. He's laughing.
So I was
He
just
gets
thinking,
something
I was
else.
like, to hide the stretch marks. That's-
Oh, that might be part. Depends where you go. If you go to Shenanigans, it's to hide the bullet wounds.
yeah, it's not like it's always to
Albany.
hide something. That's what
Yeah.
the dim lighting and the glitters for it.
Yeah.
Wow, a
Those
lap dance with an
shenanigans.
ace bandage.
Yeah, shocker.
So how long have you had your knee brace on, RoboCop? Holy shit!
You're not gonna take that off, are you?
The ace bandage keeps getting stuck to your shirt and it's pulling it.
The little
Sorry,
metal
my bullet
clip
wound.
is like,
Velcro.
Something in the metal clip
like,
stabbing you.
shit, is this yours?
I'm not even getting hit by the pokey side, and the thing sucks.
Just hands hanging off by the time she's done. Just all sad.
It's a nice strip club. How come they're all carrying a knife? No touching.
A little
They're their own bouncers.
shenanigans sign. I don't know if it still does, but for a long time it said the kitchen's always open. I'm
Every
like,
day.
That's why I'm coming in.
Yeah, no, it still says it. I drive past it twice a day. The kitchen is always open. They changed it today, I believe, to free food from like 11 to 3 or
that is
something.
so.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta give him credit. That is so tongue in cheek. Like it's a strip club. The kitchen is always open.
Oh, yeah.
Like there was one. I went to school out of
It's
Florida.
true, but yeah.
I went to college in Florida, and there was one that said fresh eggs, but are all broken or something like that. They had the most horrible strip club. It was. I remember Hard Bodies was not far from campus, and it was like 28 girls, one cute one. That was the thing. They weren't lying.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Hold my baby. I've got to go to work. You know, like quality.
You seen my baby mama, my baby daddy.
No, tip the bottle up. He'll burp. You know, shit. Yeah, you learn a lot about ghetto parenting at those places.
Learn some tricks. Like worst case scenario, I could just do that. The kid's alive.
I spent a lot of time in a strip club. A lot of time. Not for
been a
the
long
strippers, because there was a bar that was literally 2 blocks away from my house, and they had a pool table. And they it wasn't a strip joint. It was erotic dancing because they never got naked. But we were there so often that
Like
the
a juice
damn
bar.
shame.
yeah, it was
Damn
definitely yeah. But we were there so often playing pool that, I mean, I don't remember paying for many drinks there because the girls would buy us drinks, or I would just win drinks playing pool all night. So it was a place to hang out. Unfortunately, they weren't taking their top off. In hindsight, I'm thinking that actually,
Unfortunately.
yeah, it was a good thing. They weren't. Yeah, I mean, it's like Nick was saying, bullet wounds and stuff. I just was happy they were buying me drinks.
never in my life walked in. I've been in a few strip clubs and never been like, this is comfortable.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, no, absolutely,
Never-
100%
never
comfortable.
happened.
It's supposed to
100%
be just
comfortable.
like high fives and like,
Yeah,
but then it's just the creepy.
We'll go back to the Cheers analogy from the green room. Yeah, I would walk in. I really didn't yell.
Like I
my
would, like
name,
I went to
but
the one with the Yankees and all the people at spring
I was
training.
almost
Like, I would-
ignored because I went there so often. When I'd walk in, and then I'd be playing pool.
I
other
think he
people would
works
be-
here.
Yeah, it was
is that the
almost
guy
at
that smells his
level.
fingers after he sits on his
There'd be
hand?
a drink, yeah,
I like him.
yeah. Drinks were at the bar ready for me when I walked in, just because they saw me walking in and knew what I'd order every time. So,
Oh,
yeah,
my
it was, yeah, and only because it was 2 blocks away. It was Aquarius over by you.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a gay bar.
What do you mean over by me? What do you
Over by you.
over by me? That's on the other side of the tracks. Yeah,
It's
a whole
fucking
different
it's
town
a,
over
it's
there.
a diner now.
our kitchen is always open.
Yeah, there you go. Always.
They walked in there. Oh, they actually have like really nice kitchen facilities here. Let's just go with that.
Nice eggs.
Yeah, that's the last time I did go to one was Shenanigans. My only time ever being there. It was not.
Yeah, no,
Something I'll do again.
Go
But
to night moves.
it's on
Go to night
Central-
moves if you're going anywhere.
yeah, that was way
around
back
here.
in the day. My
Yeah.
21st birthday, I think.
Yeah.
There's a
So-
comic that I know that he asked me if I wanted to go to Shenanigans, and I was like, nah, I can stay home. You know, like, no, I'm good. And he actually said to me, I got these coupons. Wow. Because they had them in Metroland. You remember this?
Oh Jesus!
I know exactly who this is too.
Printed out a Groupon.
Yeah.
What?
I got the Shenanigans
He
Groupon.
walks in, you get the QR reader on his
Yeah.
phone, like, free lap dance.
Slip a coupon.
I'm
into the
sticking you with a
tray.
dirty
Yeah.
needle, you chip.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then he leaves. Yeah, scan my QR code. Let me get my lap dance and get the fuck out of here.
I got
Cheap
coupons.
fuck.
Throw
I won't use coupons at
throw a
ShopRite.
coupon on stage. All right. How annoying is that? People are waiting behind them. It's like, hold on, I got a coupon.
These aren't good till next week.
Put the tip to the hip. Oh, I'm sorry. All I have is a coupon.
Oh my god! I was thinking, like,
He's gonna put a coupon in her G-string.
yeah, we'll take my Nissan
exactly.
Versa to the strip club and give him coupons. I'll walk out with 4 inflated tires for sure.
Oh man.
Country
So you've been
girls.
able to do any comedy in the last 4 weeks? Are
Last
you on
4 weeks?
Are you on
No.
sabbatical? What's the
A little
what's the
bit,
deal?
yeah. It's been a little bit scarce throughout, even from the start of the pregnancy. Everything's been just fucking haywire. So I haven't been doing open mics as much, but every time I kind of get a chance, I hop on
I've
the
got
show
this-
if I got it.
Figured
this
that-
brand new life I'm responsible for, but
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to make it out to hang out with you guys that
Yeah.
I don't like and tell
Yeah.
jokes nobody's listening to. But you know, I have
Exactly.
responsibilities like
Yeah.
huge cock baby.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's the worst. That's what
I know, it's
this
just-
whole time. I just felt like every time I left the house, I was like, "Oh shit, I'm such a bad husband." Like, I'm
When
such
she was
so
pregnant,
shitty.
you were going out to do comedy.
Yeah, anytime I tried to do that.
Oh no, no, no,
yeah,
no, no,
no,
no. Here's
that's-
the thing. I saw there was another comic that I know, and I don't want no names. Disc golf with this thing,
Hmm.
and I played disc golf casually, whatever, across the street from my house, and I bumped into him,
Hmm.
and he was just like in this weird, 1,000-yard stare zone, and I was like, hey, Bob, how you doing? And he's like, my wife's going into labor. Like tomorrow, like they're inducing labor
Oh,
tomorrow,
right.
and you know this was his last round of disc golf before they came into this, and he was just
This
like,
is
"Get the
it.
fuck out of my way,
Yeah.
par." You know?
Yeah.
If you really enjoy
do it.
doing comedy,
Did you get the
Joe-
invisible fence yet?
We got a real fence.
Okay.
it's
Put
not
in
a
a big one.
Schenectady, duh.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was thinking of the
Learn-
kid, the
Yeah.
invisible.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
know.
right.
Yeah.
Just put the collar on him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
learn
think
the
about it.
boundaries.
Don't stop going to the open mics if it's something that you
Yeah.
enjoy and continue. I made the mistake of
Oh.
basically stopping.
I have
Right.
a thing for
Um,
that.
it's
There's a lot
rough.
of comics that I know that are very busy and their schedules are demanding, and they don't have time, and they feel they want to do this. You have this
Mm.
desire to do this, but there's this time constraint. There's a reality. There's fucking life,
Life.
babies and kids and bills and stuff. I have a tiny comedy club in my basement,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that is going to be one of the things where it's like people can come over, and they can actually do it. My mom's a wonderful audience.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And she's not.
She
being a
laughs
bitch.
at everything.
Nice. Nice.
No,
Yeah, I
she
gotta check
doesn't.
that out.
No, she's super critical.
So you can see Nick at his next show at the Tiny Comedy Club.
Right. I'm there, man.
The Smith.
The
Joe
Smith.
Smith in Joe's basement
Absolutely.
with his mom in the audience.
I get Harry White, a couple of people I'll invite
Yeah.
over, so it'll be fun. It'll be like
a-
it'll
just
be like
like,
the backstage,
but with more people.
but with
More people.
freer food and more people.
I missed the backstage, man. That was
That,
Me too.
That was where it kind of all started for me
yeah.
8 years ago. I don't know if it was that long ago. 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago.
The
something
thing I
like
keep
that.
hearing though,
Joe
especially-
revived it. I started.
All right, yeah, like stopped for a while, right?
Yeah, it was Russ was doing it for
Right.
a while. Yep. So
I
Yeah,
that's
it
heard, I
stops a lot.
heard the old legends, the fables
Yep.
of backstage. It was like everybody, like, especially people who know I'm a comic or whatever, they're always like, oh, you got a kid, you got all this new material, right? And it's like, it hasn't been like that. And that's kind of the reason why
It's-
I haven't been out because,
Tragedy plus time.
yeah, exactly. But, like my whole
He's only a month old.
perspective. Yeah, I just turned, as soon as I found out he existed, like my whole worldview just turned so cynical and just like, you know, like I used to be this like, oh, I'm just going to say whatever the fuck I want type of comic. But now like I'm turning into this like angry rant guy, and I don't know how to do that yet. And I don't think my material's ready for that. So I'm just like, all right, I either have to gear this thought toward how I'm used to doing comedy, or I have to embrace this new like grumpy old man that I'm becoming. I don't know. It's scary.
He's turning into Logan already.
Motherfucker. No, yeah, it's great. It's a theory. It's what the fuck's it called? Evolution.
Something like that. Yeah.
Your beak is changing so you can bite a different nut.
Right. Exactly.
So any shows coming up?
I don't have anything scheduled.
Tiny Basement, The Smith.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it.
Tiny Basement.
Tiny comedy. The Smith. That's what I call it. The Smith.
The Smith.
I just was like, I gotta give it a name. I can't just call it Tiny Comedy Club. Smells like cat litter.
Well, Nick, it's good to see that you have made it out of the house successfully. Hopefully your child is like mine right now and sleeping when you get home.
Yeah, he won't be. It's the worst.
Benadryl. Let your wife know there's nothing wrong with a dab of Benadryl.
All right.
To get the needed sleep. It is needed. Check out our good friends at Upstate UpstateGunsandAmmo.com for all your artillery needs, or Smith silver bullets from our own Joe Green.
Pew pew.
Yeah, I got 308s, 45s, 9mm, 40 caliber.
And then
go pow,
And there's a
pow.
necklace.
Pow, pow.
And there's a necklace that I made out of a 308. There's a 308 gauge necklace, but you could. It's gauged. It's spec, so you could load it up and shoot a werewolf.
Kill some.
Yeah,
wolves.
I have fun when I get bored. I melt shit and make stuff.
I make desks. Yeah, I make desks. Is apparently what I do.
Yeah, you got cool stuff. You're a smith also.
Kind of ish. Not a very good one, but it's functional. Check out our good friend Dave Canyon's podcast, Dumbing It Down with Dave, at dumbingitdownwithdave.com. The fastest podcast on earth, driving to and from work in his 2008 Kia Rio LX. Telling you how life ought to be.
When's he going to give you his license plate number? It seems like he's giving you everything else for the car. We just need his license plate.
What's your VIN and social security numbers?
Go ahead and send me the title. You know.
Check out his newest podcast, They Fired My Boss.
Oh, shit.
That could be very, very enlightening, energetic, happy, or he could be very pissed because he really liked his boss. We don't know. Find out.
It's always a twist.
Always a twist with Dave Canyon. And the episode before that,
hey, that'd be a good
maybe
name for his
leading
next
into
podcast.
his boss.
Always a twist with Dave Canyon.
Always a twist. Yeah, I think somebody's already used that one. But the
Fuck
podcast
'em.
before that, Dave Canyon, I'm in therapy.
Oh.
Hopefully it's not because he knew his boss was going to get fired. Hopefully not.
You're in therapy.
Nick, once again,
And what is that
it's been
do
great
for you?
seeing you. Enjoy your child because you will end up love hating your child. It is inevitable.
Yeah.
It is natural. You want to shake the fuck out of that thing.
My mom's giving
But
me
you
the
don't?
finger.
Oh, yeah.
Yours too?
Mm, Yeah,
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's all right. It's all good.
it's fine.
Yeah,
It is fine. It's natural.
Just once?
it's inevitable.
Get some sleep.
Eventually.
More.
Get some sleep tonight. We will see you
we'll see.
next week right here on Pipedream on the Comedypipe Radio Network.
If your farts don't stink, see a doctor.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Dogs.
Oh yeah,
How many dogs?
I have 2 dogs. Little guys.
I'm thinking of getting another one. Maybe going this week, next week.
Oh yeah,
Go to the shelter to get another.
yeah.
And I've been without a dog for a while. Get a puppy. If that.